Hello and welcome to the Watering Hole. Thanks for checking out this clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that'll make the baby Jesus cry, and I know how much you guys love making the baby Jesus cry. Somebody should do that. Anyway, next news item. Absent GOP Congresswoman found as in assisted living and memory care home. This was sent to me by Rob Gibbons. So yeah, Republican Rep. Kay Granger, who has missed 100% of votes in the House since July 24th, has been in an assisted living and memory care home, according to a report.
Huh.
So, I'm sorry, if you are in charge of making the laws of the country in which you live, you shouldn't be in an assisted living facility that also specializes in helping you remember shit or caring for people who can't remember shit. So, like, no. Just
get
no.
the old blood out of the politics and get the old money out of it too.
People are talking about like there should be an age limit, and like, yes, I agree, there should be an age limit, but there should also be health requirements. Like, if you have dementia, it doesn't matter what age you are, you shouldn't be making laws for the country that you live in.
Yeah.
And that's not against, I'm not against people with dementia. I am against people with dementia deciding on laws and voting on laws because they are just not capable of fully comprehending what's going on.
You're against people with dementia deciding whether or not you deserve health care.
Yeah, and I say this as someone who will probably get dementia when I'm older. It's in my family. Like, my grandfather had Alzheimer's, my grandmother had dementia, and those are like, one is like the grandfather on my dad's side and the grandmother on my mother's side. So like, I'm going to have cognitive decline at some point in my life, and I don't think I should be making the laws for Canada when that happens.
I think you should make all the laws. I recognize this would be solely for the memes.
Okay, I feel like my natural inclinations would have me voting the right way most of the time, but I still wouldn't trust myself to understand enough of what's going on to reliably vote the right way.
And that makes you better than most of the politicians in power already. Well, the fact that you even have enough self-awareness to recognize that is a point in your favor. The shit you see when you actually get politically involved. It's weird.
Yeah, all this to say that, like, Kay Granger has been missing, and like, she just disappeared. So here's the thing that really astounds me about this. It's like, it's not just that she's been absent for all the votes. It's not just that she's like got a job and she's got dementia or whatever. It's the fact that, like, as one of the most powerful people in the world, she can just disappear from her job for months and she still gets paid for it. She still has the job. She can't just, like, it's not a case of like, oh, you were a no-call, no-show for 3 shifts in a row, so you're just fired now.
Yeah, it's weird that she still has the fucking job.
Yeah, no, and like, she has announced that she's not going to seek re-election, but it's like, no, if you are living in an assisted care facility because you have problems with just comprehending the world around you, then you should not have the job of making laws that affect the world around you anymore.
Yeah, you've basically given that up at that point.
Yeah. No, so yeah, so she's been living in a Tradition Senior Living in Fort Worth. Assistant Executive Director Taylor, this is her home. So it's Tradition Senior Living is the name of the home that she's at in Fort Worth. It's like, if you can't take care of yourself, can you really be trusted to make the laws to take care of the country?
No, I'd argue you can't. I'd argue that you shouldn't be one of the people who did that.
Scott D says, if I failed to show up for work for months, I'd A, have a wellness check, B, have family called, and C, lose my job. Oh, I thought that was multiple choice for a while, but it's just all of the above. Okay. Anyway, that's enough behind the scenes stuff. We're talking about Granger.
Boy.
Granger was seen in public on November 18th in Washington, D.C. for the unveiling of her new portrait that now hangs in the House Appropriations Committee main hearing room. So she can make it to D.C. for an unveiling of her own portrait, but she can't make it for any of the actual stuff that is required by her job, apparently.
She can be there for the pageantry, but actually doing work
But she
hard.
became chair of the House Appropriations Committee in January of 2023. So she was chair of this committee and just stopped showing up to work, and it was fine. Like, I know that was a very long digression on what it's like to be a YouTuber, but like, imagine just not showing up to work for 6 months and still getting paid for it and not being fired and just everything still being fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't understand how the people that are the most powerful people in the world are not held to a higher standard than a McDonald's employee. Like, try this shit at McDonald's. You work at McDonald's, just don't call in sick and don't show up for 6 months. You think you're still going to have a job? You think they're going to
Nope.
pay you a salary for that job?
Nope.
And these are the people that, like, she's a Republican, so I guarantee you she's going to be like, there's probably something in her history where you can find her talking about unskilled labor and how they don't deserve to have extra, like, have a raise the minimum wage because they got to work to earn it. Meanwhile, she's been off for 6 months without telling anyone she was taking 6 months off, and it's fine. She still gets paid full wages for that. How is that fair, but a McDonald's worker getting paid a living wage is not?
Don't you know? Something rules for thee, not for me.
And like, yeah, she's a Republican. This is not exclusive to Republicans. As they point out in the article, the highlight feature on this is not really working right now, and the highlight app doesn't really work with this either. But like, it's not just her. It's also like, so here we go. So in recent weeks, both House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, both of whom are in their 80s, they suffered a fall. So like, we've got the most important people in the country are the kinds of people who, like, when they fall over, it's a scary moment where you think their life might be ended. It's like, if I fall down, the people in my life aren't going to be like, oh no, he had a fall. They're just going to be like, they'll probably point and laugh because it was hilarious, because I'm still young enough that a fall doesn't hurt me. But like, the people that are in charge of the country and making the laws of the country are at an age where, like, a fall is like, oh no, are they okay? They might be dead now. And in one of their cases is like, oh darn, they're not dead yet.
Jesus Christ.
Did you see the meme that was the death, like the Grim Reaper at the claw machine? He's like, oh, I got Jimmy Carter. Surely Mitch McConnell is in here somewhere.
I have not seen that. No, I have not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a meme that's been going around for ages because Mitch McConnell just won't fucking die. But like, you know,
he gives
like,
a bad name to turtles everywhere.
Yeah, they're talking. And Nancy Pelosi managed to shoot down AOC's bet to actually do things. Yeah. That they mentioned that in here. House Democrats have selected 74-year-old Rep. Jerry Connolly, who was recently diagnosed with cancer, to serve as chair of the House Oversight Committee, rather than AOC, who is actually, like, young and vigorous. Like, what the fuck? Why are we letting these old people rule the country?
Control everything?
Yeah. Like, no.
Yeah,
they are going to be dead
things.
before the full consequences of the things that they enact are felt. So, like, put the young
they will
people
be
in
so
charge.
senile they won't be able to notice that there are any consequences.
Yeah, and a 2023 poll found that 40% of voters supported a maximum age limit of 75 years for members of Congress, while 23% endorsed a maximum age limit of 65. So that's, I think, the way that poll works. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's cumulative. So that would be, I believe, like 88%. No, 98%. No. I'm looking at the wrong number. God damn it. 63%. I added the hard numbers together, okay? Fuck out. But yeah, no, 63%, if this poll works the way I think it works, support a maximum age limit of at most 75 years, but hopefully younger than that. And, like, honestly, I don't understand why that percentage is so low. Like, why would you want senile, doddering old fools deciding the most important rules of the country that you live in? Like, I want the people deciding on the laws to be young and alert and able
You
to
see,
comprehend things.
actually, you want the old ones there because they have all of the wisdom. They can't make any of their wisdom saving throws anymore, but they have it.